There are new questions about whether retired Army General David Petraeus should be retroactively demoted for giving his girlfriend unauthorized access to classified information. It's been almost a year since Petraeus pleaded guilty in federal court to a misdemeanor charge. The former top war commander in Iraq and Afghanistan admitted that he shared his personal notebooks with Paula Broadwell while she was writing a biography of him. In April last year, a federal judge sentenced Petraeus to 2 years probation and a $100,000 fine. Petraeus shared the classified information while he was still in uniform, raising questions about whether he should retain the status and pension of a four-star officer.
Here we are faced with quite a comparison. The one that has more than a few people squirming in their seats, trying and failing to split the difference between General David Petraeus and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. In the case of Petraeus, we have a well-respected, high-ranking member of the American military, had insider knowledge of national secrets and international affairs involving America that could be used to compromise national security. No denying it. Anybody who does is nothing more than a mindless sheeple or a human that has been recently crossbred with a camel and is trying out that old head-in-the-sand routine for the first time. 37 years serving America, four-star general, leader of U.S. Central Command, director of the CIA at a time in our history when there was frankly nothing more important than being on top of every line of electronic chatter and human intel around the world. And at the end of the day, just another cheating married man who couldn't keep his pants on.
4 years ago, I made a serious mistake, one that brought discredit on me and pain closest to those closest to me. It was a violation of the trust placed in me and a breach of the values to which I'd been committed throughout my life. There's nothing I can do to undo what I did. I can only say again how sorry I am to those I let down, and then strive to go forward with a greater sense of humility and purpose, and with gratitude to those who stood with me during a very difficult chapter in my life.
Look, we're human. We make mistakes. I get that. But there's something called personal responsibility that is severely lacking in this nation. Government leaders in the state of Michigan who face TV cameras and bold-faced lie when they shrug their shoulders and profess wonderment in not knowing how the people of Flint could have been so terribly poisoned and why they should be held accountable when it had to be somebody else's fault. The bombastically boorish gaggle of politicians we're currently forced to endure on a daily basis who spend more time telling a gullible America about why we're in the mess and why somebody else did it, and instead of what we're going to do to fix it. They don't take responsibility for what they have done to put us here and what they will do to get us out. Always somebody else who's forced us to do something we don't want to do. Somebody else's fault for bringing to the fore our own egregious mistakes that put others at risk.
These are the crown jewels of the American intelligence community of the United States government. If this information is compromised, we're going to suffer very serious national security damage. People are going to die, quite frankly.
David Petraeus should be behind bars for his canoodling with American secrets, and the fact he isn't is only because of cronyism and under-the-table dealing. While we're talking about spending some time in the Gray Bar Hotel, Hillary Clinton should already have a numbered jumpsuit for her cavalier manner of treating high-level information. And while we're here, let's toss into the slammer anybody and everybody who allowed or enabled her in any fashion to put those documents and that information at risk. But Mrs. Clinton and her sheeple are all pointing fingers at everybody else to continue covering up for her lies and her double talk. Because they, like so many others, in this pathetic political sewer we're swimming in every day, nobody takes responsibility for their actions. David Petraeus and Hillary Clinton are the same person. Selfish, cheating, lying sacks of political excrement that put America at risk, undeserving of your sympathy and forgiveness, more deserving of jail time and a good spit in the eye. But why waste good spit on such lowlifes who put their own needs above that of the American people? They spit on themselves. That is telling it like it is. Rock on, true believers. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night, right back here on The Hardline.